Welcome back, guys. My last vlog left off in Texas. I was down there with Rotor Riot to do a quad camp event and do some work. It was a great trip. Today we are leaving Texas, but I'm not going home quite yet. Me, Stinger Swarm, and Christian are taking a little detour. We're leaving the rest of the guys and it's just me. No, that's Stingy. Stingy, Christian, and me going to the Aeroprete. After a long day of travel, we have made it to Augusta, South Carolina. Augusta is actually not in South Carolina. Oh, we're not in South Carolina yet? No. We still have to drive? Yeah, we landed in Augusta, Georgia, and then we are driving to South Carolina. I'm bad at doing introductions. I never do like a proper. You know me. You probably know Kevin, right? We're the pilots. You see us on lots of YouTubes.
We've done this before.
But we haven't shown this guy much. You've seen him in the background of like. I really want you to get to know some of the team behind the scenes at Rotor Riot, and I tried to do like a little introduction at the airport, but we're all here to do something. Oh, they kept messing with me, and we were in a rush and whatever. So Christian, he is our filmer and editor. Does a lot of stuff for our content on the Rotor Riot channel. He's great. And then over here, we have Artem. Artem, also an awesome dude. Primarily works on like sales and things like that, but he also has experience putting on some events, and that's why he's coming with us. We have to drive to a place in South Carolina, and we're all here together to work on something really special. Alright guys, good morning. It is the next day. Last night we got into Barnwell, South Carolina, and we are headed to our spot. We're going to visit a place called the Government Training Institute, and it's essentially this facility that hosts everything from police officers in training to paintball tournaments. It's this whole complex of industrial buildings and open fields, and the reason that we are visiting this place is because we are scouting for a location for our event. Arriving at the facility, we were meeting Sean and Shannon. Sean, Shannon, husband, wife, power couple.
Making left turn.
Making left turns and knocking this, the prep for this event out of the park.
Done a lot of stuff, from little festivals to markets to helping with concerts.
I've been flying for over 4 years now. Just like everybody else, you get that feeling, you get that passion, and there's not much else you want to do after that.
Are you psyched for our event?
I am more excited than I can possibly explain. This is something that I've dreamed about ever since the first time I saw one of Carlos's videos. I saw the connection between skateboarding and freestyle FPV. Now we can show them how we can all come together and not do laps, but do gaps.
Rotor Riot is going to put on what is going to be the best freestyle event ever. This is all about the flippy floppies, and I'm psyched.
Down here, and he said that they can open up so we can fly up, in, and through.
We're looking for a few different things with our venue. We want really cool stuff to fly, not just open fields to set up flags and gates. We want something that is like what we are always looking to fly, these like abandoned building sort of things, metal scaffolding, concrete, but also good facilities for holding panels and forums and seminars and film screenings. I mean, we have a lot of ideas for what we want to do with this, but we had to see for ourselves that the place was going to work for all these crazy ideas that we had. In particular, we had to do a lot of testing to ensure that, well, one, the place is actually fun to fly, but also that it would actually allow for multiple people to be flying. The video technology that we use to fly FPV in the goggles is a little bit limited at this point. We have limited amount of channels and they interfere with each other, so there's a lot of variables to consider. So we wanted to run a gambit of tests to ensure that we could actually fly this location. We got Stingy, Sean, and Artem all fly. Oh, and me. We're all trying to fly, and we're trying to see how the video does in this environment. We've been doing flight tests where we're all at high power on our video transmitters to see what happens there. We're about to do a test where we all go lower to make sure that still works. We're trying to kind of test every scenario with the amount of time that we have. This is going to be unlike any FPV event in the past. We're not setting up a course. We are using the terrain that is provided kind of naturally by this industrial complex, and that comes with its challenges, but it is more true to what we do as freestyle pilots. We found ourselves a tree area as well. We're waiting on Stingy to do that. Everything from trees and open fields to concrete and metal scaffolding to this like giant chimney dive thing. It's awesome. This is meant to be more than just a flying event. I keep saying it's about the culture. We want there to be music and art and performance. Think like the Burning Man of drones. A big, crazy, eccentric party. Because that's what we are. That's what this community is. We're a bunch of like crazy nerds that want to fly robots through the air and potentially crash them into concrete. That's what we want to celebrate with this. That's what we want you to be a part of. Alright guys, I think we are just about done with our site inspection. The location looks awesome. We're all going back home today, but we've got a couple hours till we have to head to the airport. So we're looking around to see if there are any other spots in the area that might be fun to fly. This spot is so fun. Oh man, I wish we had tall trees like this in Michigan. So I'm psyched to know that near where we have our events, there are other spots that if people want to take off and fly something else, there are other options. Stay tuned to the Rotor Riot channel where we'll be putting out an episode from our time inspecting the site. So you will see more of us flying there so you can get a better feel for what's possible there. And there's also going to be a more in-depth look at how we technically approached this site and what we looked for and how we tested the environment. So look for that episode. I'm really excited for you guys to see exactly how we were putting thought into ensuring the location will work well for our event. It's been a couple great days in South Carolina, checking out the spot, hanging out with good people. Appreciate you coming along. We got to get to the airport. And yeah, I'm going back to Michigan.